Aliko Dangote, who is known to be the richest man in Africa, with his newly inaugurated refinery, has announced plan to expand the refinery capacity and take it to 1.4 million barrels per day. And they are set to make it the world's largest refinery. Aliko Dangote has announced plans to double the capacity of his $20 billion oil refinery in Lagos to 1.4 million barrels per day, a move set to make it the world's largest refining facility. The Nigerian billionaire disclosed this plan in a recent interview with the S&P Global, revealing that the company is also exploring new financing opportunities and potential partnerships with Middle Eastern investors. According to Dangote, the expansion will build on the existing 650,000 barrels per day capacity of the Dangote Refinery and Petrochemicals Complex located within the Lekki Free Zone. Once completed, the upgraded facility would surpass India's 1.36 million barrels per day Jamnagar Refinery, which is currently the largest in the world. Engineers at the site say the plant was designed with room to accommodate a second refining system, allowing for seamless expansion, as S&P Global reported. In this video, we will explore Dangote Refinery and its plans to double its production capacity over the next few years. If it is your first time on the channel, consider clicking the red subscribe button and turning on the notification icon so you do not miss out on future videos. In July, Dangote unveiled plans to expand the refinery from its current 650,000 barrels per day to over 700,000 barrels per day by the end of the year. Now, the target is to reach 1.4 million barrels per day with no specific date in mind, a scale that surpassed the world's largest 1.36 million barrels per day refinery in Jamnagar of India. Engineers working at the Lekki complex said it was designed with room for growth, pointing out empty concrete plots capable of holding a second refining system. The report read in part. Dangote explained that the additional investment would also support new petrochemical ventures, including linear alkyl benzene and base oil production, while increasing annual polypropylene output from 1 million to 1.5 million metric tons. He added that his group, which now generates twice the power it consumes, is well positioned to sustain large-scale industrial growth despite Nigeria's infrastructure challenges. With a $4 billion loan deal, it plans to list on the Nigerian Stock Exchange and others. The report further disclosed that the company recently secured a $4 billion financing deal in August of 2025, a milestone that helped ease concerns about maturing debt obligations and strengthen its overall balance sheet. The new funding package is expected to support Dangote Industries' wider expansion strategy, including plans for a new petrochemicals project in China. Dangote also revealed plans to list between 5% and 10% of the refinery shares on the Nigerian Stock Exchange, following a similar approach to the group's cement and sugar businesses. He explained that the company intends to retain 65 to 70% ownership, while the remaining shares will be gradually offered to investors based on market conditions and demand. The expansion announcement comes as the company continues stabilization efforts at the Lekki Refinery, which has faced short-term operational disruptions and labor-related challenges in 2025. The plant's main gasoline unit, a residue fuel catalytic cracker, temporarily went offline in September but has since resumed operations, according to the report. In his interview, Dangote reaffirmed his commitment to advancing Africa's energy independence, rejecting dependence on important fuel and calling for greater private sector participation in the refining industry. He warned that without significant private investment, most African governments will not have the capacity to build a refinery, citing high interest rates and inadequate infrastructure as key constraints. The Dangote Refinery, which began operations in 2024, currently meets around 80% of Nigeria's fuel demand and transformed the country into a net exporter of diesel and jet fuel. With its planned capacity expansion and new investment projects, the facility is poised to even play an even greater role in shaping Africa's energy future. A lot has been said about refineries and the other strategic assets. It has also been in a move by REPS members to position and designate Dangote modular refineries as a strategic asset. The House of Representatives Committee on Petroleum Resources downstream has described Dangote Refinery and other modular refineries across the country as assets of strategic national importance, calling for stronger protection and policy support to sustain their operations. Chairman of the committee, Honorable Ikenga Imo Ugochinyere, made the declaration in Abuja, emphasizing the need for all stakeholders in the oil and gas sector to work collectively in safeguarding and promoting the nation's refining capacity. According to him, the commencement and expansion of locally owned refineries represents a turning point in Nigeria's energy landscape, and with the operations of these home-based plants, the country now proudly boasts of expanding refining capacity and industrial growth across the energy value chain, he said. Ugochinyere highlighted the Dangote Refinery's 650,000 barrels per day capacity as a major development for regional energy stability, while noting the contributions of domestic players such as Watersmith, OPAC, and Indorama. Indorama Petrochemicals has expanded its urea and fertilizer production to 2.8 million metric tons per annum, advancing agriculture and gas utilization. He said, Watersmith Modular Refinery in Imo State is expanding from 5,000 to 50,000 barrels per day, and that over 13 billion in new upstream investments recorded in 2024 signaled renewed investor confidence in Nigeria's oil and gas industry. If you've watched this point, kindly click the red subscribe button and turn on the notification icon so you don't miss out on our future videos.